welcome back to the channel. Let's try to make a whole curry and rice cooked together in the Ninja in one pot. So we're going to use the pot-in-pot method for the rice, and then we're going to have the curry sitting underneath. This is a chicken tikka masala, my version anyway. I'm sure it's probably not the most authentic version, but we like this. You can add as much spice to it as you want. Can be really adapted, and we all love the rice cooked in this way. I'm going to put a bit of a twist on it. So my rice is always done on a delayed release. Tonight I'm going to cook the curry on 0 minutes with a natural release. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. Let's get this curry started, and first thing we're going to need is a little bit of spray oil in the bottom here. Just going to turn the heat down slightly. Got that on sear and saute. And let's begin with our curry base, which is some onion. And we just want to fry that off. Not on too high a heat. We don't want it to burn. We just want to get that sort of translucent and slightly cooked as our base. Meanwhile, let's start getting all of our ingredients ready. It looks like loads, but this is easy. These are store-cupboard ingredients. Look how ancient my pestle and mortar is. I think I really need to get a new one, but that's what I've got today. So let's go with that. So we want to get all of our dry ingredients in to start with. If you've got fresh chili, then please do use it. I haven't, so I'm going to go with probably like half a teaspoon of chili flakes. I don't want to make this too hot because my son's going to be eating this tonight. We want a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'm just eyeballing this roughly. Teaspoon of coriander seeds if you've got them. I haven't. I've got some ground coriander though, and that will do the job. A teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That's going to give a nice warming kick. A tablespoon of smoked paprika. Oh, I love it. Put that in as well. And then 2 teaspoons of garam masala. Now we just want to blend that up together. Just moving back quickly to the onions because they are cooking pretty quickly. I'm going to add my ginger, and this is fresh ginger and garlic that I'm putting in here. All the ingredients amounts will be on the list at the start of the video, so you can screenshot that or pause it and write it down, whatever you prefer. And into there, I'm also going to put my diced chicken breast. And let's start getting a little bit of colour and flavour going in the pot. Everything's blended nicely together, which is brilliant. Now into my pot here, these are still the ingredients for the tikka masala paste. And we need 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Always nice to have some fresh coriander in this as well. So I like to just go in and pick off some of the leaves like this. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ground almonds, and then we're going to open up our tin of coconut milk. We're going to get some of the really thick cream and add that in there. Let's get some of that thick cream, look at that, off the top and add that in. So around a tablespoon. And now let's mix together. Into there we can add some ginger as well, about a teaspoon. This smells so good, but just wait until we add the spices in. Let's add the spices. That's a game changer now. Look at this. You can see that creating what looks more like a curry paste that we know. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to add a little bit more garlic into this, I'm probably not going to because I've got garlic in there and that's probably enough for me. So let's get all of this paste in here with the chicken. And let's get that coated and smelling and tasting absolutely incredible. It looks really good, doesn't it? So I'm just going to give that a few moments in here while we sort out our rice and the extra ingredients we need to go in. Let's also add a little bit of salt and some black pepper as well. Even though we've got all those spices, it's still good to season it. And into here, I'm adding a whole tin of plum tomatoes. A tip that I've heard recently is to not buy chopped tomatoes. You need to always buy plum tomatoes. People say that they've got basically more flavour. And you know, like this, you can mush them up, chop them up anyway, can't you? So that is my thoughts. So I'm giving that a try. Now, as you know, if you're going to go under pressure, you need a good amount of liquid in here. Now, rather than using water, I'm going to use some coconut milk because this is fairly liquid anyway. So a little tiny bit more. And then we'll also scoop out some of that cream because that's going to be really tasty in here. Right, I've given that a good stir. I believe we should have enough liquid in here to be able to go under pressure. When I've made a curry before, I've never cooked the rice at the same time. And that's what we want to try and achieve, isn't it? So let's do that. I've got in here basmati rice, and I'm going to add in and this is actually warm actually, 200 millilitres of water to that rice. Get that covered and under the water. Just make sure that it's all in the pot as it should be. This is one of the Ninja pots that I got in the bakeware set, and this is absolutely brilliant. It's a nice deep one, so if you're actually cooking for more people, then you can create loads of rice, which is great. Now I'm going to cover this with foil. That's something I always do. Then it steams it, makes it super fluffy. This can easily just sit on top of the curry. Might need to just give it a little wriggle. There you go. That is on there. So we have got curry and rice all in one pot, which is brilliant. Fingers crossed I haven't forgotten any ingredients because it was quite a long list there that I had. Lid down. Now this is a little bit of a different method for me. We're going to go on to pressure cook as we always do. Make sure that your vent is on seal. Really important as always because you're not going to come to pressure if not. Still going to keep it on high. We're going to go down to 0 minutes, but this time I'm going to have a natural release. So we're going to have all that build up of pressure where it's cooking. And then, yeah, it's not going to actually cook for any minutes, but we've got that long natural release that is going to cook that rice. Fingers crossed, it works. Let's go. So the natural release that we've got on this has taken nearly 12 minutes. You will find though, if you turn the valve at the top to vent, you'll just get rid of that last little bit because sometimes like this, you can't actually open the slider until you've done that and got rid of that. So that's what I'm doing now. I can now open the lid and let's have a little look inside. Zero problems with it coming to pressure. So clearly we had enough liquid in there, which is brilliant. Just going to take the rack out with the rice in there and just pop it in here. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Nice and thick, not too runny. Chicken looks really good. Over here, let's have a look at our rice because as I said, I don't normally do it this way. It's looking pretty good. Look at the rice. It looks great. It's cooked. It's fluffy. I think this has worked brilliantly. I think we're on to something here with the two parts and the natural release. Great. Let's serve up. Here it is. Here is my curry. I'm so pleased with how this went. We've got super fluffy rice. Look at that. And we've got a gorgeous flavoursome tikka masala. I'm serving mine with a little bit of garlic and coriander naan. I'm so pleased with the curry. As you've probably seen, I made a korma before and I had a little bit too much liquid in, which obviously can always be rectified, but it's not ideal. You want to be able to open that lid and it'll be perfect each time. And this really was. The rice was cooked just right and the curry was gorgeous. The flavour was just perfect for us. Had enough spice, it wasn't bland at all, but I didn't need to keep drinking water the whole way through eating it either. So spice level was great. I would say it was a good medium. And the rice really works, even with that natural release on 0 minutes. So I'm really pleased that I've tried that. I hope you give it a go. and I hope you enjoyed the recipe. And if you did, remember, hit the like button because it helps the channel, lets me know which videos you're enjoying. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe as well and turn on that notification bell so that YouTube lets you know when I upload my next video. Thanks so much for watching again, and I will see you next time. Bye.